What's wrong, mamas? Come here. Come here, my love. What happened? What happened?
Boys keep trying to hide the purple slime for me, and I like it, and it's not fair.
Okay, go back out there and I'll go get him here in a minute. I got to do a podcast, okay?
Tell them, Daddy, what's the purple slide?
The purple slime and the boys.
Slime.
Slime. Oh, hey, slime is only in the kitchen. Tell the boys they cannot have slime on the couch. Why are you?
Because I always say, like, our little pre-show is always better than the... I don't know. Rick probably got some of that. Hey, guys, welcome. This is a kind of a two-header situation here where we're not podcasting in real time.
Yeah.
We are stacking podcasts because we are going to Florida to see Garrett's, to be a part of Garrett's baseball tournament.
Yes.
He was invited through PG, which a lot of people get invited, and we took the invitation because it has been in the past very fun. And the competition is always
Exciting.
Well, it's just a little bit of a higher level of competition.
Yeah.
Of kids that go. So and also there's so many lessons for Garrett to learn. It's also nice because it's in Fort Myer, and we found this amazing resort where it feels like a vacation. Plenty of stuff to do. We're gonna take Grandma and Grandpa,
Yes.
Daddy Raymond and Mama Mia, and we're very excited about that. So that's why we're doing kind of a back-to-back. So it also explains, because you were like, oh my God, you look very serious. Very proud to say that Helicopters for Heroes and some of the monies that we've been raising all this time for our veterans, we're going to use some of that money to take some veterans down to Kerrville. We're there now. We're actually there now. Boots on the ground there now. And we took a bunch of barbecue pits from our barbecue team. Cook-off, and we are now cooking for volunteers. Oh, no, babe.
They don't have the slime.
Okay, hang on.
That's it.
Renae, you talk. Come on, baby.
Okay.
Let's go crack some skulls.
Well, no, you talk because you're explaining what they're doing, Steve.
Okay, you go crack skulls. Okay. We're not going to start over. We're going to show the Tvenial Chaos. Garrett's got a couple of friends over, and then it turns into Delilah versus them, and it always turns into a thing. But so we have, I'm very proud to say that we have not only our board members, but our fearless leader, Jake's down there, boots on the ground, and what we decided to do is to feed all the men and women who are volunteering. We were very lucky because we are a veterans organization that there is 2, and I could be wrong, so please forgive me. I think there's 2 SEAL teams down there, and those SEAL teams are doing search and rescue. So we, in particular, are feeding a specific fire department that has gone down to help, and we are feeding the Navy SEALs. And then so before this all started, Renae was like, oh my God, you look really intense. One of the most beautiful things about what I do and the platform that I have is that I have the ability to get resources. So on my Facebook page, I put out there that this is what we're doing. Please donate money so that we can continue to feed them, so that we can continue to not only feed them, but we're also going to have to feed our team and the volunteers that are down there and make sure that they are comfortable. Oh, man. Delilah is losing it. Let me find out what's going on. She is screaming, and I'm about to go over there and crush some skulls. Renae? Dude, the Trevino Casa, it's always a circus. And those of you that have kids, you're like, yeah, here too. It's always something. Anyhow, it seems like things might be under control over there. So I got a message from Jake, and he said, one of the biggest issues that the Navy SEAL teams are having is that at this point they're doing search and rescue by foot, and they need UTVs. So Jake reached out. I got on Facebook. I asked for help, and holy moly, man, we're getting the response we want. Big shout out to Daniel McCutcheon, who has been on this podcast before. He owns Big League Car Wash, also owns Elixir right here in New Braunfels. Immediately said, I've got a UTV, come pick it up. My friend Andrew Dodd, he does UTV transportation. He picks up UTVs, he delivers them. That's his gig. He reached out, said, I'll transport them. You find them, I'll pick them up, and I'll transport them. So we are hoping that by tomorrow morning, we're going to be able to supply 10 UTVs to the team out there doing search and rescue. So very, very proud of that. Very excited that I was able to do that and make a difference. You know, when we start thinking about everybody right now is doing a benefit show, and I thought, man, you know, I don't want to jump on the I'm doing a benefit show also bandwagon. I don't know what I'm going to do yet, but so far the way that I am helping is through Helicopters for Heroes. I'm very proud to say that all of you out there that have, you know, given me anything from $1 to $1 million, thank you, because this is the kind of stuff we get to do. We get to load up the team, go buy a bunch of food, get down there and feed these guys. And that is because of you guys. And that is because of our amazing board members at Helicopters for Heroes. But I think maybe in a couple weeks, as things settle down, as emotions and wounds start to heal, then maybe I'll grab some of my musician friends, go set up shop in Kerrville, and just do a free show, just for the men and women of Kerrville, and just say, hey, the doors are open, it's free. We're not trying to raise money, we're not trying to make money. We just want to entertain you, and we want to give you a break from what you have. That was loud. Is she okay?
It was quite the battle. It was quite the battle. She knew they were lying, and they wouldn't admit that they were lying, and they were hiding the slime. So I'm having to deal with her having a meltdown because she's saying that they're lying, and I don't believe her.
But why did they lie?
Because it was not Garrett's, it was someone else's, but Garrett was hiding it for his friend.
And you got him in trouble? Because I'll go over there and
then when I shouted
that's why
at
she
Garrett,
needs me.
When I shouted at Garrett, then Garrett felt really guilty because I said we were supposed to be podcasting, and now I'm out here with this. And so then he felt guilty, so he grabbed his friend, and the friend was like, it was mine. Garrett was like, he asked me to hide it. They're like, we don't really want her to play with it. So I said, she has to stay in the kitchen. I hate slime, by the way. I hate slime. I don't like slime. Do you know that slime doesn't wash out of clothes?
Do you know that I would have handled that so much faster because those boys would have shit themselves with one look? I would have just looked at them and they would have been like, here you go, Mr. Trevino.
I know.
Like, I would have freaking handled that very quick.
I know. And then what's so funny is they lied. So then I went to Delilah and I told Delilah, I said, Delilah, we do not lie. It is wrong. If your brother lies, it's wrong. If you lie, it's wrong. And
Garrett and I are going to have a little conversation.
She goes, I know, Mom. I never lie.
Oh, that's bullshit. That was a lie. Her never lying was a lie. No, Garrett's going to have a real hard conversation from me. Anyway, I was explaining that, and you know, explaining to them pretty much at the same time as I explained to you. Jake and the team are down there.
It's
and
awesome.
And well, they need UTVs because the search and rescue team that we are set up to feed, they're having to get out there by foot. So they need chainsaws and they need help.
Yeah.
So I put up a post saying, hey, we need help. And then, you know, I'm recapping for you. To them, they're hearing the same shit. Of course, you know, Daniel McCutcheon's like, come get mine. So we're rolling, man. And then Andrew Dodd, my friend from who I met at Woods Cycles, he does transport of UTVs. So immediately he was like, I'll do the transport.
Sweet.
So hopefully by tomorrow, we will be able to get these Navy SEALs what they need to, I mean, every second matters, right? Every minute matters.
Yeah.
You know, and if they can get through there faster and cover more ground, they could save a life. So I'm very proud to say that, and that was what I was just talking about, you know, and we can talk about it here is that's what's so great about my platform.
Yeah.
You know, when it really matters and when we really need to do something, I have the voice.
The ability to reach people.
I can go, hey guys, this is what we're doing. I need help.
Yeah.
And then we can reach all these people. So it was pretty incredible how quickly we were able to accomplish our goal.
Yeah.
Because of my platform, you know, and that makes me very, very proud. I mean, I will tell you that I posted this 46 minutes ago and it already has 83 plus likes. It has 48 shares. And I already have 2 people volunteering UTVs. I have another person, Paula Brock, from right here in Green, saying, we have a trailer. You need us to get it over there. We'll transport it. So it's been really cool. And then David already sending messages. I mean, check your DMs. I mean, it is really cool to see that I'm able to have this impact.
And this
so
is
fast.
awesome too, because there's people who want to help, right? They're seeing it, they want to do something and they don't know how, but then they see your post and they're like, hey, this is a way I can help and this is a way I can contribute.
You know,
it's really awesome.
it is, you know, it really is a beautiful thing, you know.
I didn't think about that when you, and that's the thing is like, you see this horrific tragedy unfolding, but you're like, they need UTVs. And of course I'm like, once you said it, I was like, well, duh, of course they need UTVs, you know? I know the first day when it happened, a neighbor in our neighborhood has Wi-Fi, Starlink, and they were like, we're going to Kerrville, we're taking Starlink so that they have Wi-Fi because Wi-Fi's down. And it's like, yes, like, you know, those are the things that you don't think about that they really need. Are you responding to messages in real time?
So you talk, yeah.
Yeah. That's great. But you said Navy SEAL, or you said Navy SEALs, that they're getting them to Navy SEALs? Yeah.
So we set up shop. Hold on. Let me send off this email so that I can make sure this gets taken care of.
You know, I was going to say, when you started talking about, before I had to walk out of the room, you said that Helicopters for Heroes is taking vets. And I just thought that's awesome, because I also know that vets who are struggling, it is often feeling purpose and having a reason to go and help, especially in these kind of situations.
Yeah. So Jim, Jim works.
It's uplifting for them too.
Jim volunteers his time 100% to Helicopters for Heroes. And Jim, literally 2 days ago, he goes, because we were supposed to have a board meeting, lunch to discuss where we're at, what's going on.
Yeah. And
Jim goes, I'm canceling that. I'm going to be in Kerrville, boots on the ground. I'm going to figure out who needs to be fed. So he found a fire department camp where volunteer fire departments from different cities have shown up and set camp. At that camp, if I understand correctly, there's about 2 teams of Navy SEALs that are working that area, clearing brush and search and rescue. So, we found the right people because most of them are veterans. So, and look, we're down there to feed anybody. But it's always nice when we can all tie a big bow around it and go, Helicopters for Heroes is coming to feed the people who serve. Yeah. And they also happen to be veterans. So it's just a beautiful thing that we're able to do a kind of a full circle, right, if you will. I mean, look, we would have gone down there and fed anybody. And we're going to feed anybody. Anybody that walks up, right, that needs help.
You're not going to turn someone away.
No, we're going to feed them. But the fact that we were able to find the right group to help, it's just something special. And that's my thing. When it comes to disasters, when it comes to things like that, my question to myself is always, what can I do? Yeah. Right? And I think if everybody has that attitude, what can I do? How can I make a difference? I think we could live in a better world, right? Yeah. The problem is that sometimes people go, what can I do? Oh, I'll go get a sign and block traffic. Is that helping whatever cause that's happening? Yeah. This is the cause. And well, how about you get involved with that cause? Yeah. Spend your time and effort with that cause. I'm not going to go on the streets and go, veterans are killing themselves at a high rate. What does that accomplish? How about I go and raise money? Yeah. How about I go talk to them? How about I put on events?
Well, I think they feel like they're bringing awareness to something that people might not be getting the news coverage it deserves.
I get it.
I
get it. So I'm very proud, and I'm also a little bummed out because had I not had this trip scheduled, I would have been in Kerrville. Yeah. And I would have been there, boots on the ground with those guys. And that's the other thing. If I can't be there physically, what can I be doing for my team?
Yeah.
Right? Jake made a phone call so that he doesn't have to deal with it. We need UTV, Steve. Can you get us some here? Dude, I'm on it.
Yeah.
No questions asked. I am freaking on it. Let me reach out to the intro world, the internet world, and see if we can't get it done. Boom, we're getting it done. So it's very exciting. You cut your hair.
I did cut my hair.
A lot.
Well, I didn't mean to cut it a lot, but yeah, I cut my hair a lot. Right.
I don't know. I think you look beautiful always, but I like it. I like that big Texas hair, babe.
But you know what? It was like it was so hot, and we're going to Florida, and
Did
I
you
was
cut
like,
all the hair?
Shush your mouth. And I need a haircut, but I went in with sweaty hair, and so she didn't even wash it. We just like cut it real quick, so it's still like gross and sweaty. I need to fix it, but yes, I got a haircut. Thank you.
It looks good. Did the eyebrows too?
Oh my gosh, you noticed.
I'm just saying, dog. I mean, lately it's been pretty. I thought I was having sex with a Muppet. That's such a fucking joke because we don't even have sex.
I was going to say that would mean we have to have sex. That's exactly what I thought.
I beat you. I beat you. But so yeah, we are in Florida at the moment as you're watching this, and as you're watching this, if you don't know, and you're in South Florida or Southwest Florida, I'm also at the Off the Hook Comedy Club Sunday. So this is Friday. Sunday.
Well, no, because we already filmed the episode that's going to come out this Friday. By the time this episode airs, right? Am I right? Are we talking about the calendar wrong? You will have already been in Naples.
Oh, maybe.
We'll be like on to the next place.
Oh, Calusa Casino.
Yeah.
Sacramento. Yes. Which is awesome because I told you that Cody Johnson's going to be in Sacramento same day, and I'm going to get to see those guys.
Are you?
Yep, I'm hoping.
It works out with their show and your show?
I think so. I think Cody doesn't go on until almost 10.
Yeah.
So I think I'm going to haul ass and go see him.
I was just looking. I was like, I feel like it's been such a whirlwind. I don't even know where you are next. Yeah, you do Calusa Casino, and they're going to Cleveland, Ohio. And then Casey Donahue's Boots on the Beach.
Boots on the Beach, baby.
Biloxi, Lake Charles. And then the kids are back in school.
I know, and I had no summer. Thank you.
Hush your mouth. We're going to Florida. You're going to Cabo for Boots on the Beach. What do you mean you had no summer?
I just wanted to be home.
You were home this week.
I just wanted to be home.
You were home this week.
I had a wonderful time watching Garrett at camp.
Yeah.
He did a UTSA camp. Those are the moments that, and I try to remind Garrett, right? And I go, hey, buddy, how many parents you see here?
Yeah.
And he's like, just you, Dad. And I go, it's just me. Now, this year there was a grandparent couple.
Uh-huh.
And they're very sweet. And I would bring my chair and my little fan.
Do you hear the children screaming out there?
I brought my chair and my little fan. I put it in the shade. And I brought it, because I thought maybe your dad was coming.
Yeah.
I don't like to sit. You know me. I'm walking around.
Yeah.
I want to see where he's at. If he's in the batting cages, I go peek. And then if he's on that side of the field, I walk around, But first day, I said, ma'am, please sit. And had her little fan, and every day, you got my chair? And I'm like, yes, ma'am. and I would have her chair for her.
Is it not in the stadium with like seats?
Well, UTSA, and I'm going to say this out loud because it is a damn shame that the stadium, Gregory Portland High School baseball stadium is nicer than this stadium.
Oh, well, that's all that Exxon money, all that refinery money.
There's bleachers behind home plate.
And
then there's like little bleachers here, and then that's it. And then the rest is pull up your chair, which is also cool.
You mean like if you go to see a UTSA baseball game?
You can walk in with your chair, you can pay, and you can sit on the third base line and watch the game, which is a great seat.
Oh, wow.
So I like the accessibility of this stadium. I like the way it feels very ballparky.
Yes.
But it needs to be bigger. It needs to be nicer.
Didn't they have a killer year this year?
They had
UTSA
an amazing
baseball?
year. And I got to tell you, man, all the players were the coaches, right? The UTSA players.
The college kids are the coaches?
Are some of the coaches.
Okay.
Assistant coach was there. Head coach was there. They run an amazing camp. And it's really interesting because, and it worked. The first year we did it is when I met the head coach. And Garrett came to me and he goes, this camp's the best. And Garrett had done other colleges, right? And I will never do we did Texas State once. I'll never do it again because that cheating bastards over there. And any staff that hires somebody that cheats is gross. I'll never go over there until that staff goes away. But we did that camp, right?
Yeah.
And it was all drills, right? It was all work.
Yeah.
This camp, what I thought was really cool is that half the day is drills. The other half, they're scrimmaging. And then they set up the fields for the kids so that they could hit a home run.
Yeah.
Right? So the first year Garrett goes, Dad, man, it's so much fun.
Yeah.
And last year, day 3, when I'm talking to the head coach, he goes, man, he's like, these are kids. He's like, I want them to leave here saying, I got to play baseball on a real field. I got to do sandlot baseball with competitive kids on a real field. Because that's what they want to do. Like we did when we were kids.
Yeah.
And that's what they do. Half the day's drills. Half the day is working with your kid and working with whatever needs they have. And then the other half, they eat lunch, and then the other half, they're scrimmaging. And Garrett they just want to play.
Yeah.
And they get to pick teams, right? Just like Sandlot, and they split up, and then they play a full game on the UTSA baseball field. And they love it, and it's just fun because there's so much to be learned from just playing the game.
Yeah.
It doesn't always have to be drills. It doesn't always have to be how many grounders can you get, how many balls can you hit.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's like, hey, y'all just play. So yesterday, Garrett's team 30-2.
Oi. That's not even like a game, babe.
So this time they were like, no more captains. We're gonna break up the teams equally. And Garrett lost by 4 points. But he loved it because he goes, it was more competitive.
Yeah.
That last inning, they're like, you got to score. Do you want to win this game? And they were down by 6. So they scored 2. They were all hyped. And then, they got out. But
yeah.
I told Garrett, I said, look, man, I just want to remind you, just so that years later when he's in therapy and he's like, my dad was never there. I can be like,
my parents talked about me for years and years on
I'll
their
be like,
podcast.
bullshit, dude. I dropped him off at 8 in the morning, and I stayed there and watched everything he did from 8 in the morning till 1 p.m.
Yeah. No, I had that thought today too. I was like, the same, like, because he does get so emotional about your traveling, and you missing things. I had the exact same thought today too. And also him recognizing that like you were there all week for this. Now we're traveling to Florida and you're going to be there for that whole thing to watch all of those games.
We were together in Europe.
And we're all there. And also us as a family, we're all there supporting him in something he wants to do. So I think we also need to make sure that we're mindful of Delilah and give her moments and her opportunities.
I will say this, and I hope that it maybe inspires.
Yeah.
Right? I would say that my relationship with you and my relationship with my kids is better because of the travel guilt. I am a better dad day to day because I have to leave on the weekends.
Because of guilt.
Yes, because I feel the need to go when I'm home. I need to be with my kids. I need to be with my wife.
You feel like you're making up for it.
But yes, and then there's a feeling that I get of missing you guys.
Yeah.
And what I'm trying to say, and I hope it inspires to moms and dads, is don't get complacent, right? People get in a rhythm where they're like, oh, we're together all the time, every day. I'll just do it tomorrow, right? Oh, my kid wants me to go out and play ball with him. How about tomorrow?
Yeah.
Right? I don't do that. I go now. Garrett goes, I want to hit balls. Let's go.
Yeah.
Right? Hey, Dad, can we do this? Let's go.
Yeah.
Hey, Dad, don't forget Delilah. Can you take her to gymnastics? Let's go. Right? Because there's a feeling of, well, I'm not here on the weekends, so when I'm here, I better be present. I better be involved. I better be on top of it, right?
Yeah.
There's moments where me and you, because we have kids and we're tired and life's hard, we're not connecting at all.
Yeah. We're running in two different
It's literally like
2 different tracks.
Love you, good night. And then you're sometimes passed out at 9 o'clock, and for the next 2 hours I'm just watching TV or whatever. wrapping up my night. And there's times where I can imagine if you're a 9-to-5 couple, that those nights just keep going.
What do you mean?
Well, because they go, well, I'll do it tomorrow. Or what's her problem? I'm with her every day. I'm the opposite.
Yeah.
Where I go, I better do something with my wife. I'd like to get dressed up and go have dinner.
Yeah.
I need a date night.
You think it's because you travel? I don't know. I always think it's like the phase of life that we're in, and it just feels like it's moving so fast. And I feel like because it is so unpredictable, right? I mean, we know your calendar and stuff, but I still feel like there are so many things about our life that are unpredictable that when a moment arises, you feel like the stars aligned and you're like, oh yeah, we can go on a date night tonight. Let's see if we can get a sitter and go do that. Or, oh yeah, we happen to be in this city at this day and this is happening. We can do that. Let's seize that opportunity. I think because our life is so all over the place, we both have come to realize like we have to seize the opportunities when they present themselves.
But I think people forget to do that. Is what I'm saying. I think that people get in habits and relationships fall apart because, well, did you remember to date your wife? Did you remember to take her to a dinner?
That's a hard one. I feel like that happens to us sometimes too.
But then we always catch ourselves and go, hey, we need to go out.
We go do something and we're like, gosh, we really needed that.
Well, you need to date your wife again.
Yeah.
You need to see your wife dressed up and looking pretty, and need to have a couple of drinks and some laughs.
Yeah.
And sometimes you got to get that babysitter.
Adult conversation.
We're lucky that we have a
podcast.
Well, no, we have several couples that are really funny.
Yeah.
And they're fun to be around. So no matter where we go with those couples, it's nonstop laughter. And we're laughing and we're giggling and, we're just, making jokes and having a good time. And, we need it. And I think that I look for it more because I travel.
You look for what more?
I'm more aware. I'm hyper aware. Hey, we need a date.
Yeah.
Hey, Renae and I have not been just me and her having a glass of wine or having a whiskey and having a cocktail and eating a steak.
Yeah.
Having dinner or going to a bar and just having drinks.
Yeah.
With fun people. We forget that. And I am hyper aware of it, I think, because I travel. Oh my gosh, I haven't spent the right amount of time with Delilah. So, oh crap. I have to leave. I have to leave on the weekend. I'm going to try to make and find time.
Right.
Right.
You're going to go back on the road and it's going to feel like she never even saw you while you were home because you've been running around with Garrett. Yeah.
But I also don't want to be, I heard somebody had a great quote, be the dad that you wanted.
Yeah.
Be the dad that you wanted. The dad that you wanted to have, be that dad.
Yeah.
Right? Be that dad. And that's also not fair to say to my dad because my dad had a very physical job. Right? My dad was in the elements. My dad was running around in a refinery, outside, in the heat, up at 4 a.m, getting to work at 6. Different life.
Right.
Right? But
I was going to say, and you say that I think of my dad, that's a hard one too, because my dad worked 2 jobs. So his days were gone. He worked 2 jobs in one day. His days were gone.
Yep.
But it's how he was able to provide an amazing life for us too. So
then he got home and he was tired, right? And
Yeah.
and he was ready to take a nap and go to bed, and that was it, right? It was wake up, do it again.
Go to sleep because he had to be up at 4 in the morning.
Wake up and do it again.
Yeah.
And it's very difficult. And I think my goal is I do want to be an involved dad. So I always tell people sometimes they go, some people had a dad in the house, but that doesn't mean they had a dad.
Yeah.
Right? You had a dad in the house, but he wasn't being a dad.
Yeah.
Right? And sometimes it was because they were too tired, because they were out working their ass off. They, when you went up to him and said, can you go play catch with me? He's like, I don't have it in me.
Yeah.
I don't have the energy because I still got to go to work tomorrow. I work on the roads. I work in the refineries. I'm a roofer.
Come home and your body aches.
Yeah.
You got to get off your feet.
And then they got to wake up and do it again.
Work boots. Yeah.
Or some people have the dad that can't wait to go to happy hour. right? So you still don't have a dad at home
Right.
because he goes to work, then he wants to do his happy hour,
Or entertaining clients.
and then he gets
Yeah.
home and the kids are second, right? So I don't want to be that. I want to be, my kids come first.
Yeah.
Because they're not going to be kids forever. I want to be involved. If I can, I make phone calls for a living. If I can make my phone calls from the field
Yeah.
and still get to watch my son, I'm doing that.
I mean, the hard part is Garrett will tell me, he's like, Dad's on the phone all the time, you know? And so I think even that,
It's hard.
You know?
It's hard, you know?
Yeah.
But I'm also a hard worker, right? And I also want to provide, and I also want...
Yeah. One day he'll realize that those phone calls were how you made things happen.
I do well, right? And then people say, okay, well, why more? And I'll tell you why more.
More what?
Why continue to make more? Well, I want to make more so that my son is hardworking, but doesn't have the feeling of, oh my God, I could lose it all. I want to give my son that cushion of, yes, I want to work hard, but he has a good core of feelings. I don't ever have the feeling of
The security.
Okay. I want my kids, my daughter, my son, to have a feeling of, I'm gonna be okay.
Yeah.
I don't have that feeling.
Financially, you
Yeah,
mean.
financially, I'm gonna be okay.
Yeah.
Right. I'm working because I love it. I'm working because I want to be successful.
Or the freedom
Yeah.
to choose if they want to be a school teacher, they can do that.
Go
you
be a
know?
school teacher. I'll buy you a house.
I know you. Do you know what I saw today on the news this morning? They were talking about the median price of a home and how much you have to make on average to be able to afford a home, and it's more than a teacher's salary. Like you can't even be a teacher and be able to afford a home. And it was saying that's why a lot of what's the generation now? What are they? Gen
X or millennial?
No, not millennial, younger than millennial. But how that generation, they're not buying homes. They're living in apartments, and that these boomers are like, well, you need to buy a home and start investing. And it's like the numbers don't make sense for them to do that. Because I know you even talk about like, it doesn't have to be a fancy home, a starter home, but they're basing these numbers on first-time home buyers in starting homes, not big old homes. They literally are not. The gap, once you figure out the income gap and the interest rate, the numbers don't make sense. Are you okay? I can tell you're totally somewhere else.
No, I'm just making sure that this is taken care of so they get what they need. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
That was it. But I took the conversation someplace else, so I don't know if you even got it.
Where did you take it? That's what I'm asking.
Just you said buy a home, and it made me think of the numbers that I saw in the news this morning.
I have a friend of mine who's a very, very good man, very hardworking, very honest, very, very good man. He chose to be a teacher and a coach. And when he chose that, his parents bought him a house, a very, very nice house. And back then, I was very jealous.
Yeah.
Right? And I was like, this motherfucker, of course daddy bought him a fucking house, you know. But at the same time, he is a hard worker, and he is a good man. And dad has the means.
Yeah.
And when I think back on it, I'm like, well, you're right. If Garrett says, I want to be a baseball coach at a high school. Okay, son, well, that can afford you this house, but because I've worked so hard, I can afford to put my grandkids in a better house.
Yeah.
Right? And there's nothing wrong with that. So
Yeah.
then he gets to go to work feeling secure. And he can I don't ever feel secure. I'm always in fear. I'm always afraid I'm going to lose it. I'm always afraid that you guys are going to forget about me. I'm always in fear
Yeah.
because there is no security blanket.
Yeah.
There is no, if something happens, I got you, right? I'm always afraid I'm going to lose all of this. You know, am I doing the right things? Yes, of course. I'm saving money. I'm doing all the things I'm supposed to do. And even though I look at my stuff and I go, you know what? I could probably get pretty close to retiring and be okay right now. Why not go more so that I can feel secure? And will I ever feel secure? I don't know.
Yeah.
I see that in your dad.
I was just about to say, I think
You
my
know,
parents are the same way. Yeah.
I see that in your parents. You know, your parents came from nothing and really created an empire on their own with their own two hands and worked very hard. And I still see that in your parents where they're always have this like, I don't know, and I don't want to spend that, and I don't want to buy that, and I don't want to do that, you know, and
I also think, do you think that is financial literacy the right word? I think it's also the financial literacy. I think sort of really understanding the numbers and being able to crunch them and
understanding how to
the
move.
way a financial advisor
That's
does.
what I was going to say. But, you know, understanding money and understanding finance, understanding how to use your credit, understanding how to create future wealth.
Yeah.
People don't know how to do that. I have been very lucky that I ask a lot of questions and I have made enough money to have people come around that go, I'm going to help you with this money. And then I don't just let them help me with my money. I start asking questions and how do you do that? And, you know, do I pay my house off? Do I do this? What should I do? I have these rental properties. Should I pay them off? Should I pay my own house off? Well, no, Steve. Why would you do that when you're at 3.5 interest or under 7%?
Yeah.
You could then use that money, put it in the market, and the market could grow anywhere between 5 and 10%.
Yeah.
Right? So why would you use your own money? Let the bank use the money, pay the bank, you have low interest, maybe put a couple of bucks extra to even eliminate the interest, but take all that extra money instead of paying the house off and put it in your account, your IRAs, your brokerage accounts or whatever, let that money grow and just pay this off as you go.
Yeah.
Right? But nobody told me that. I had to learn. Somebody told me that because I learned it, because I asked the question. People go, I don't want a house payment. Well, why are you going to tie all that money in a house? You know, yes, you'll get that money later, right? Because you're building equity in your home and your home's value is going up, but it's not making money that you can use. I need to use that money. I need to leverage that money.
Yeah.
Right? So I agree with you. And it drives me crazy that more high schools aren't teaching finance.
Yes. Yeah.
I forget. I remember, I think they taught us how to write a check.
No, I don't think we got anything. We didn't get anything.
I think somebody was like, okay, here's a check. How do you write a check? And we learned the dollar amount goes here. You know, I don't remember ever hearing like, hey, this is how you buy a house. Hey, this is how you set up for retirement. You know, and a lot of people say, okay, Renee's dad worked 2 jobs. I will tell you why that man worked 2 jobs. He's such a family man that he had a government job working at the post office, but then he was also an entrepreneur. So he would work at the post office from 4 a.m. till 2 p.m. And then from 2 p.m. till 8 o'clock at night, he worked on his business. And I remember asking him, and I said, Raymond, why not just do the business?
Yeah.
And he goes, because my government job has retirement. My government job has insurance for my family. And my thing is, if you were able to make this business great half a day, which he did, he made a lot of money and did very well in that business, then why not go, I'm going to put this, what I did was, I don't need a government job to give me insurance. I'll buy my insurance.
Right.
I don't need a government job to give me retirement. I'll buy my retirement. Right? And that's what I want to tell people out there.
But it was
to take that risk and remember that you're your own company. Your company can give you the same benefits that other companies are giving you. It's just coming from your company.
Yes, but it is a scary thing to figure out. And when you're starting out, our business at first did not have the ability to do that.
Nope, but we took the risk.
It had to grow in order to be able to do that.
We took the risk, you know. And there was a lot of, for Renae and I, a lot of learning by fire. You know, at first when we couldn't afford an accountant and our business was growing, Renae was the accountant. Renae was QuickBooks. And by the way, you know, when people go, oh, I want that security. Well, man, when COVID hit, because we did things right, we were able to get unemployment from our own company.
Yeah.
We were the employees of our company, so we were able to get a PPP loan to give to us who are the, you know. So when you learn how to do things, you realize that my family can have insurance, but that insurance has to come from my company.
Yeah.
My family can have retirement, but it has to come from my company. And the government allows you a certain amount of tax-free money as a company for the employees. We are those employees.
Yeah.
Right? But nobody tells you all this. This is just a crash course. This isn't even...
Like in very layman's terms and very messy terms.
What I'm saying to those of you out there that are hardworking, be your own company. Be your own insurance. Be your own retirement.
Yeah.
And get out there and bust your ass. Right? Don't let... And that's how they get you.
But it
They
also
get you
took
with
us
the-
years, Steve, to get to the point where we were able to do that.
Well, they get you with the 401ks and, well, we offer you 401k.
We
and
match
then we match. And well, the reason they're matching is because they have 100 employees going to this 401k. They're taking
Making interest.
Yeah, they're taking your money. They're investing your money. They're making the real money. And they don't give a fuck about breaking you off at the end because you're basically giving your company money to invest in an IRA, which you could do on your own.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But that's how they get you, right? And they go, hey, you want to take care of your family, right? Well, we offer insurance. And by the way, is the insurance ever good? Ever?
I was going to say, I don't know. My dad's is.
You know,
My dad's has proven to be with
So,
all his
anyway.
health issues.
yes, I do agree that, I really wish that high school they should have an entire year of how money works.
Yeah.
And finance. And in that course, there should be this is how you buy a house. This is what an interest rate is. This is how you take care of your credit. This
Right.
is how you do this. This
How
is
to fill
how
out
you
a
do that.
loan application.
This is a loan application. This is how to, work. And I mean, the bank wants to make money too. So if you can present them with a proposal that shows them that you're going to make money so that they can make money. And that's what the bank's doing.
Yeah.
The bank says, hey, we need you to hold a $10,000 limit in your account and you'll get a discount. Why? Because they can count on that 10 grand. They can go invest that 10 grand
Yeah.
and make money off your money. Right. So it's one of those deals. And the sad part, you want to tell you the sad part? People are so afraid to talk about it.
It's taboo.
It's taboo. People don't want to talk about finance. People feel, and I know they do because I'm a very confident man. I was embarrassed to go, hey Dan, how do I buy a house? What do I do? I don't know how.
Yeah. How does
Right?
this work?
And it's embarrassing to go, what do I do, man? Right? What is this PMI shit? What is,
Right.
what is debt to income ratio? How do I fix it in my favor?
But you don't
Right?
know how to prepare for it or how to, financially prepare for it unless you ask those questions. Like it was a process. That was a process for us too.
And I will tell all of you, you have a real estate friend, take them to lunch, buy them lunch, pick their brain. You have a investment friend that does investments for a living, buy them lunch, sit down with them, teach me. I want to learn. I got a couple bucks. What do I do with it? Right? And so that's one of the things that I do, and we'll end on this. We have a young man that works here in the summers. He goes to Texas A&M, and he's just a wonderful, wonderful young man. I don't want to call him out, but he's just a wonderful young man and hardworking and dedicated. And this is his third summer with us.
I think so. Yeah.
Third summer with us.
Second or third, I don't know.
And I hire him to straighten everything out and help me out, and he just does an amazing job. But one of the things I do with guys like that is I do sit them down. I do talk to them about investing.
Yeah.
I do explain to them that if you start now at 20, when I met him, by the time you're 35, if you do things right, you could be a millionaire.
Yeah.
Right? So I do love that because this is one of those kids that did listen to me. And every time I see him, he goes, oh, Mr. Trevino, I got my account going and it's growing and I can't wait to put more money in it. And I'm having so much fun doing it. And the one thing I use, and you know this, is a silver coin. Mm-hmm. And I bring out right now it's $30, I think, per ounce. I bring out the equal cash and I bring out the silver
The
coin, 1 ounce. And I go, you can have either one of those. I said, but before I give them to you, I want to explain to you the difference. And I explained that The cash, you can go buy something right now.
It's going to be $30.
$30. You'll never, right now, today.
Yeah.
You'll never see that $30 again. You'll have something that you bought, and that's it. Maybe you bought 3 beers. Or you can take this coin. The coin and that 1 ounce of silver represents the market, right? What's great about that coin is it's hard to spend, right? You're not going to walk into 7-Eleven and buy a 6-pack or an 18-pack. It's not happening.
Yeah.
You have to go to the bank and you have to turn in your silver money, and they're going to give you the price of silver. Then you got to go. So the best part about it is it's hard to spend, so you're going to save it. When your money's in an IRA, it's hard to spend, right? So you can't just go grab it.
Right.
Right. Same thing. Not only that, as time goes on, that silver coin's going to grow. So I told him, I said, let me go back to when I was 20, because you're 20 now. Mm-hmm. And I go, how much was an ounce of silver 20 years ago? And I go, look, if somebody would have given me the silver coin like I'm giving you, it would now be worth this much. That is what money in the market does.
Right.
And he, let's call him Q. Q was like, I'll take the silver coin, sir. I go, good answer.
Yeah.
But I try to help, right? I try to get these young guys and hopefully talk to them about things that nobody talked to me about.
Yeah.
Right? That nobody explained to me.
Yeah.
You know, I've always made good money. I've made man money. I was a waiter, bartender. I made good damn money.
Man money.
It was grown up money. I roofed houses. I made money that some people were raising a family on. Yeah. And I fucked it off.
Yeah.
I partied. I drank. I still could have partied. I still could have had a good time. But if I would have just known, hey man, put 30% away.
Yeah.
Put 40% away. Go spend this. Go have all the fun you want with this. God, I'd probably be more secure today.
Yeah.
I know I would be more secure today, but I didn't do it. So, I don't know. I don't know how we ended up here, but
it's my fault.
We're very excited to be helping out there in the flood zone. We will keep you posted as things move on. I asked Jake if he could send some pictures of those guys out there doing their thing. And then Jake said, he goes, dude, I don't want to brag. I don't want people think I said, no. Let me brag.
Yeah.
You guys don't have to brag, but I know we can raise more money and be more effective if I can go.
People see where it's going,
look what
how
we're
it's
doing.
being used.
Look what we're doing, right? So we're going to do that. So Aztec Chevrolet, Coastal Bend Auto Group, Confidence Auto Group, Aztec Chevrolet. Please look them up. Give them an opportunity. I love those guys over there. They will treat you like you're at home. So please give those guys an opportunity. Old Salt Coffee, always delicious. Trevino 10 gives you a discount. Pick Cherries.
Yes.
A lot of exciting things are going on with Pick Cherries. Download the app, please. Rao Western Wear, big announcement coming soon with Rao Western Wear. Very, very excited. You're going to be able to get your hands on them pretty soon. So we're very, very excited. With that being said, I am Steve Trevino, and that is my beautiful wife.
I'm Renae Trevino.
Captain Evil Bitch. Thank you, guys.